Hello and welcome to the Skills Alberta tutorial video for Junior Hairstyling Competition Contest Description. To find the contest description, go to the Skills Alberta website, click on the Skills Competition, scroll down to Hairstyling Junior, and then scroll down again and click on the appropriate contest description. Today we will be focusing on the Provincial Contest. Click on the green tab. This is the document that we refer to as the contest description or the scope. The first page of the scope contains lots of useful information as to dates and times, as well as the contest introduction and what skill is being tested. It's important to note the start times and the orientation times. Most importantly, it's important to understand that in this skill that it is open to grade 10 and 11 competitors, and it must be a combination of 2 or more ropes, knots, twists, or braids. That means it could be 2 braids, it could be any combination of these, but it has to contain at least 2 or more. In the second page, you'll see the project. This describes what is going to be tested in the duration. So it's a creative braid and it must be commercial and wearable. Again, you'll see another bolded part which tells you it's important. 75% of the head must be incorporated in roping, knotting, braiding, and weaving. Continuing to scroll down, we're going to concentrate mostly on the judging criteria. All of the judging will be performed according to both subjective and objective criteria. Objective areas are those areas which are a simple yes or no. Subjective areas are those which require trade-specific creative judgment. Subjective areas judged by an independent panel and include the following 5 areas: degree of difficulty, balance of design, clean finish, creativity, and presentation. Objective areas are judged by the Provincial Technical Committee judging panel, and that will be any of the 3 people who are part of the PTC, but they cannot judge their own competitor or any competitor from their region. So if they're judging and they come across the mannequin that is from their region or a competitor that they know, they have to exclude themselves and another one of the PTC members will join them for judging. They will judge the objective areas, and that's 75% of the hair is knotted, braided, and twisted. That's a simple yes or no. It contains 2 or more ropes, braids, knots, or twists, again a simple yes or no, and that it is in category, which means it's wearable, not fantasy. The judging rubric that we've included this year takes into consideration all of these elements and it breaks it down so you understand how the student is going to be scored. For an example, in balance of design, it lists different areas. So it's the side-to-side look for balance, the front to back, the back to the side, the profile, and the overall look. To score a 0, they would have no balance in any area. To score a 1, they would have balance in only 1 area. 2, balance in 2 areas. 3, balance in 3 areas. 4, balance in 4 areas. 5 has complete balance in all areas. Next, we would go to clean finish. No pins showing, intentional texture achieved, seamless transitions of all of the elements, no stray hair, no overspray. Again, this breaks down those 5 identified elements and points are awarded depending on what violations have occurred in that style. The next one is creativity. New innovations, use of design elements, decorative applications as called for in the rules. Again, we break this down as to how much creativity was used and what were those transitions looking like as the student has moved from one braid to another or incorporated a different design element. How did that flow and how is the creativity being shown? Next would be the degree of difficulty. So it's shown through the integration of various elements and it shows deliberate transition throughout unified design elements. So here we're basically marking skill. So they would be looking at basic skills, weak transitions, minimal difficulty, all the way up to the highest level of difficulty. When we look at presentation as our next one, all ornamentation showed uses forethought, is demonstrated of planning and not being used to cover up poor workmanship. Again, we're looking for students who maybe have made poor transitions and have stuck something in there to kind of cover up those poor transitions. It's not intentional ornamentation for the design. It's used to cover up poor workmanship. So points are awarded according to that. These bolded ones indicate the objective ones. So these are the simple yes or no's. If it's a yes, 5 points are awarded. If it's a no, 0. So demerits will be given for any rule infraction. These are the things that are occurring while the stylist is working, and these are done by a saging committee, again, of the PTC members. 2 PTC members must witness the infraction in order to document that it's occurred. Demerits will be given for any of the rule infractions, including mannequins must be displayed on the table facing the mirror with a regular stand. We don't use tripods. Hair must be completely dried and brushed through at the beginning of the contest. All product labels must be covered. All contestants must have closed-toed shoes. Professional sanitary practices must be followed. These are things like sticking pins in your mouth and combs. Industry safety protocols must be followed. No platform or high-heeled shoes. No hair fillers, pads, builders, or nets can be used. There's no touching the hair after time has been called. Mannequin dressing can occur during the 1.5 hour time allotment or during the 2-minute allotment after time has been called. Please note that if a competitor is using 2 minutes to drape or add jewelry, they will receive a demerit for any contact with the hair that may occur. We encourage our contestants to complete in the 1.5 hours. However, if they do need that extra minute to 2 minutes that we give them afterwards, it's very important they do not make contact with the hair at all. Even accidental contact will result in a demerit. Only one appliance can be plugged in at any given time because we only have so much wattage actually, and it can cause us issues if we have more than one appliance plugged in. No headsets or portable music devices are allowed. Any communication seen between the audience and the competitor during competition times will be seen as coaching and will cause demerits to be awarded. Competitors are used to create a clean finish and may remove with cutting implements or tweezers hair that is deemed to interfere with a clean finish. So those are the broken pieces that are sticking up in the mannequin, usually from overuse of the mannequin and even just from the manufacturer. However, and it's bolded, removal of excess length or bulk from the hair will result in demerits. So students can clean up their finish. What they can't do is cut off big chunks of hair. The tie-breaking process. In the cases of a tie, judges are called back into the competition floor to break the tie. So once the tabulation is complete, we determine if there's been a tie or not. As long as there hasn't been a tie, the judges are free to go and the mannequins go on display. We have a feedback form that we would like any contestant who would like some feedback to just fill out, and we will do our best to get back to them. On the last page is our contact information. Please feel free to contact any member of the PTC if you have any questions regarding how grading is done. If you'd like to see sample pictures of what might be fantasy, if you need to see what clean finish looks like, we're happy to supply you with some pictures that might help you give you that visual. Again, congratulations. Training is very stressful sometimes. We always want our students to do the best, and we're here to represent the best we can in Alberta. Thank you.